Hello everyone. Today we are doing The Hunger Games with the cast. Let me introduce you. So, in District 1, we have Woody, a former high-ranking SS officer, not very popular in the States, so he got thrown into here. Zurg, who really isn't a bad guy. People just think that because he lost Buzz in the court against his ex-wife. John Wilkes Booth, legendary man, never missed a shot. Queen Elizabeth, probably older than everyone else here, combined. Colonel Sanders, he's just here because I had KFC tonight, it's pretty good. Wyatt from Super Y, he has escaped public execution 19 times, legendary. Ron Burgundy, White Goodman, and then the Michelin Man. Candace, Mr. Incredible, was convicted of a triple homicide. And Metro Man, really no explanation needed there. Wallace, he's out to get revenge against whoever killed his dog, Gromit. Fives from the Clone Wars, cause why not? Bender, Popeye, who joined this because he knows that this will be his last act alive. Because if you couldn't tell, he has terminal cancer in both forearms, giant tumors, you can't miss him. With him in District 9 is Fidel Castro. Snoopy, there's no reason to be here. Elmo, mass genocide. That home invasion, burglary, those are just 3, and they're not even the biggest charges against him. There's Fozzie, who is excited to be here and knows that he will survive this entire ordeal. He is not having a sudden realization. John Brown, because, you know, why not? Joseph Stalin, legendary. Liam Neeson. And begin. Fidel Castro runs away and hides. White Goodman runs away. Queen Elizabeth finds a backpack full of camping equipment. That'll come into use later. Liam Neeson snatches a bottle of alcohol in a rag. Ron Burgundy found the bow and arrow. Fozzie grabs a backpack. Wyatt runs away with a lighter and some rope. Fives has a first aid kit. I mean, he's honestly the most level-headed clone, so that's good. Woody runs away. Snoopy runs away. Wallace runs away and hides. Zurg runs away. John Brown runs away. Bender runs away. John Wilkes Booth breaks Joseph Stalin's nose for a basket of bread. Jeez. The Michelin Man, Popeye, and Mr. Incredible work together to get as many supplies as possible. It's the dream team. Candace runs away from the cornucopia, and Dale Gribble runs away. And Elmo, Metro Man, and Colonel Sanders work together to gather as many supplies as possible. Honestly, I'm rooting for Elmo and Metro Man. Colonel Sanders feels like he's just a leech. Liam Neeson receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Good gosh. Colonel Sanders hunts for other tributes. Elmo, Metro Man, and Snoopy track down and kill. Fozzie has been eliminated. Queen Elizabeth explores the area. John Brown, Fidel Castro fight Dale Gribble and Mr. Incredible. John Brown and Fidel Castro survive. No, Dale Gribble has failed me. Wyatt picks flowers. This certainly a step down from the previous one. Wallace begins the hunt. Popeye diverts Candace's attention and runs away. White Goodman fishes. The Michelin Man is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Oh no. Fives also fishes. Zurg sprains his ankle while running away from Woody. John Wilkes Booth tries to spearfish with a trident. I'm telling you, never missed a shot. This guy's going for the fish. Ron Burgundy goes after Bender, but manages to escape. Joseph Stalin searches for a water source. Everyone here is beginning to fish. Joseph Stalin's just like, where's the water? Alright, Fozzie, Dale Gribble, and Mr. Incredible have died. That's 3 deaths. Honestly, the fact that Fozzie just got teamed up on. White Goodman climbs a tree to rest. Woody screams for help. Liam Neeson dies from hypothermia. Bender is unable to convince Queen Elizabeth not to kill him. I can just imagine Bender just like, no, please, no. Queen Elizabeth just has that dark look in her eyes with a knife in her hand. Snoopy and John Wilkes Booth have a wonderful conversation about the people still alive. John Brown goes after Candace's supplies while she is asleep. Elmo tends to his wounds. Popeye screams for help. The Michelin Man forces Fidel Castro to kill Joseph Stalin or Colonel Sanders, and he kills Stalin. Oh no. Why? You could have killed Colonel Sanders. Metro Man receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Ron Burgundy goes to sleep. You know what? That's what it's all about in the end. How much sleep you get. Zurg repeatedly stabs Wyatt to death. Oh no. Fives tries to sing himself to sleep, and Wallace climbs a tree to rest. You know what? That's pretty intense. Metro Man thinks about Metro City. You know what? He's just homesick. Fives hunts for other tributes. Woody also goes hunting. John Brown chases Fidel Castro. Wallace receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Wallace is getting food from Gromit's ghost. Snoopy, Queen Elizabeth, and Elmo hunt for other tributes. No one can stop this trio. This trio can go on a killing spree and still none of them would get a scratch. Popeye and Colonel Sanders team up to hunt for other tributes. Ron Burgundy goes after Candace from Phineas and Ferb. White Goodman runs away from the Michelin Man. John Wilkes Booth poisons Zurg's food, killing him. Come on, man. I thought you never missed a shot, but he's still going to poison people. Liam Neeson has died. Bender has died. Stalin has died. Wyatt has died, and Zurg has died. See everyone's status. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 8, 12, 16 people remain. Alright. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back. Woody has no kills. Colonel Sanders has no kills. I'm honestly not good. It's not looking good for them. Fidel Castro has 3 kills. John Brown with 2 kills. Bro, I'm telling you, man. That SS officer ranks keeping Woody alive. Fives begs for Metro Man to kill him. He refuses, keeping Fives alive. Michelin Man, Woody, Wallace, Snoopy, and White Goodman sleep in shifts. Fidel Castro, Queen Elizabeth, and Elmo sleep in shifts. The Dream Team. Popeye receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Probably because he knows Popeye's gonna die sooner or later. Ron Burgundy poisons John Wilkes Booth drink, but mistakes it for his own and dies. Ron Burgundy. Colonel Sanders tries to sing himself to sleep. John Brown looks at the night sky. Candace receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Woody receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Wallace chases Queen Elizabeth. Is Wallace British? Fives tries to spearfish with a trident. John Wilkes Booth, Colonel Sanders, Snoopy, John Brown raid Popeye's camp while he's fishing. Jeez, that's a 4-on-1. 3 historical figures and a dog go after a cancer man's food. Fidel Castro receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Candace searches for firewood. White Goodman shoots an arrow into Elmo's head. Metro Man's trap kills the Michelin Man. It's the most stupid thing ever. I'm still sad over Ron Burgundy's death. That's 13 people left. John Brown with 2 kills. White Goodman bags his first kill. Metro Man bags his second kill. Alright, proceed. Snoopy 1v3s people away from his fire. Legendary. He fended Queen Elizabeth and John Brown. These 2 people have the most kills out of this entire game. Well, not game, technically game, but he just, what a legend. Wallace poisons Woody's food, killing him. Candace and Metro Man sleep in shifts. Fidel Castro convinces John Wilkes Booth to snuggle with him. White Goodman tends to his wounds. Fives and Popeye sleep in shifts. Proceed. Wallace receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Snoopy questions his sanity. Colonel Sanders cannot handle the circumstances that commits suicide. White Goodman searches for water even though he fished like 2 days ago. John Wilkes Booth practices his archery. Queen Elizabeth injures herself. John Brown goes hunting. Fidel Castro overhears Metro Man and Fives talking in the distance. Popeye throws a knife into Candace's head. He has cancer arms, but he still goes in for the kill. Colonel Sanders just committed suicide. Wallace receives yet another hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Popeye tends to his wounds. Snoopy, Metro Man, and John Wilkes Booth have a discussion about the games. John Brown catches Fidel Castro off guard and kills him. Doesn't this tie him and Queen Elizabeth on kills? John Brown had 2 and Queen Elizabeth had 3, so I think that's 3 for each of them. Oh, White Goodman can't start a fire on his own and sleeps without warrant. Fives convinces Queen Elizabeth to snuggle. I can just see Fives just like, hey, you wanna snuggle? John Brown decides not to go to the feast. Queen Elizabeth stabs White Goodman with a tree branch. Fives and Wallace fight Metro Man and Snoopy. Fives and Wallace were the sole survivors. Snoopy, no! John Wilkes Booth kills Popeye with his own weapon. Queen Elizabeth questions her sanity. Me too. John Wilkes Booth questions his sanity. Wallace injures himself. John Brown tries to get some extra sleep in, and Fives injures himself. That kill, it's down to the last 4. No, 5. Oh wait, no, Queen Elizabeth didn't have 3. It was Fidel Castro, my bad. Wallace with the 3 kills. Wallace is tied for first in kills. I mean, I know some of you may not have seen Wallace and Gromit, but just imagine that. John Wilkes Booth loses sight of where he is. Wallace tends to Five's wounds. John Brown looks at the night sky. Queen Elizabeth quietly hums. John Wilkes Booth diverts Five's attention and runs away. John Brown constructs a shack. Wallace and Queen Elizabeth split up to search for resources. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. John Brown, John Wilkes Booth, Queen Elizabeth, and Wallace tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Fives cries himself to sleep. That's because Queen Elizabeth's not there to give him the snuggles. Queen Elizabeth sets an explosive off, killing John Brown. Fives and Wallace work together for the day. John Wilkes Booth attempts to climb a tree but falls to his death. It's down to the last 3. I'm rooting for Wallace. You know what? I want Wallace to win. Who cares if Fives and Queen Elizabeth goes for the snuggles? Fives begs for Queen Elizabeth to kill him. She refuses, keeping Fives alive. They still want to snuggle again. Wallace just tends to his wounds. Wallace injures himself. Queen Elizabeth thinks about home. Fives receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Duties, Queen Elizabeth. No cannon shots. Fives sees a fire but stays hidden. Queen Elizabeth unknowingly eats toxic berries. Wallace bleeds out to untreated injuries. Oh, Fives is the winner. Alright, you know what? Let's do it again. But first, let's look. So, that's 4, 6. So who's in last place? Fozzie was in last place. Dale Gribble in second last. Elmo was in 15th place. He lasted way longer than that. Dude, the suicidal lasted longer than all of them. Bruh. Wallace in the second place victory. Okay. Let's do it again. Runs and hides. Fidel Castro runs and hides. White Goodman hide. Wait a minute. This is the same thing. It's the same thing. Alright, well, I'm done.